So in the last video we were telling about what is science and what is scientific methods. Okay. Now we will see some examples to understand the concepts behind physics and what is basically a scientific method. Okay. First, I want to consider construction of a dam. First concept, we are going to deal with dam. Suppose the water was freely flowing from higher level to lower level. So when you construct a dam, what happens is water gets stored and you can use for irrigation purpose by routing it. So this itself is a basic concept. At the same time, you can make use of the water for fishing, and moreover, you can use the same water for running the turbine. So it will produce hydroelectric power. So the concept behind is, whenever a conductor cuts a magnetic field or a magnet cuts a conductor, an EMF is induced in the conductor. This is the underlying principle. Okay. Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. He is responsible for finding out this. So, a conductor has to cut a magnetic field or a magnet has to conduct a conductor. Then an EMF is induced in the conductor. We can generate electricity. So to move the turbine mechanically, yes, we can do it, we can move it, but it is cumbersome, hard. We have to put very high human power, which is practically impossible. To some extent is possible, but not always. But the water, free flowing water, when you allow it to hit the turbine, it starts rotating. So when it starts rotating, the shaft is connected to, say, a magnet. Inside the coil is, assume coil is moving, or vice versa. So you can generate power. So this is scientific method. The first person to observe water flowing, he might have observed, okay, water always flows from higher level to lower level. That is the science he knows after seeing the environment. Okay. But after development of technology and other things, they make use of scientific methods. Okay, this is one example. Then if you see wind power. So we have watched in some areas there are air is abundant. Some areas we struggle to get air. So this initially we don't know. We know only, okay, air is there. That's all. But after finding out this wind power, that means there we make use of wind moving a turbine. So once again the same principle, Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle is used, and we are able to develop voltage. So wind power is converted into voltage, and we use it for the electricity produced because of wind power. We use it for many purposes. That is second thing. Third thing, if you see solar panel, solar cell, the free waste energy is converted into electrical energy, solar power. That too in India, we have good source of solar energy. Okay, so we can utilize that energy for, we convert that heat energy, light energy, everything into useful electrical energy. So that is one example. Another one is, if you see ancient times, the invention of wheel itself is a scientific method. Wheel, round shape. So it can start moving. Whereas if you assume any other shape, it will be the movement of a system will be a question. So the invention of a wheel itself is a scientific method. Next, inside that, if you put a bearing so that you can avoid maximum frictional losses, then that is another invention. That means one invention leads to another invention. So these are all scientific methods. Now, using physics or general technology or the ideas already people have said to us, with those ideas we can build our own, with our own ideas, or a team, some team members work together, we can produce so many things. Day to day, new invention is coming out with by group of people. Earlier it was a single person or a 2 person, but nowadays it's a group of people, teamwork. Because of teamwork, they are able to produce so many things. One such invention is the blue LED. Scientists from Japan, they found blue LED. Previously we don't have blue LED. That's why LED color TVs and based on so many lightning systems, so many things have advanced because of the invention of blue LED. And they got Nobel Prize also. I've forgotten the name, but they are from Japan. So the idea is the technology, science, scientific method should be used for good purpose, not for bad purpose. Atomic energy, atomic power. You know what are the benefits of atomic power. But if you use in a wrong way, you know what has happened to Japan. Hiroshima, Nagasaki bomb. So people mindset should be there. Technology, engineering, concepts, physics, whatever you try to invent, it should be used for good purpose. So I will suggest one small idea. You all know, I don't know whether you all know about electric eel. Electric eel. This is a type of fish. It generates electricity which can kill a horse. But after doing so many researches on this electric eel, a kind of fish, they have found out communication between the eels has one frequency. To attack a foreign person, they use another frequency and another voltage, very high voltage. For generation, okay, these eels' properties were not known, but now they know. So electric eel will produce different frequencies for different types of communication. So it produces not only frequencies but also electric voltage, that is also there. So we all know, okay, electrical eel means it will produce voltage. It produces different types of, for attacking and all, it will produce very high voltages. So when will an electric eel will attack? When somebody disturbs, if it sees other than its own environment. So if the foreign species try to attack or the electrical eel gets disturbed, it will produce high voltage waves. High voltage. So assume that inside a tank you put some 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 electric eels. And if you assume that you put some electrodes inside that tank filled with water, a condition that electrical eel can survive. What you can do is, if you try to disturb the eel through these electrodes, you can see the high voltage or low voltage that is being developed because of these eels. So these are some of the things with the help of science scientific methods, technology, we are able to move, we are able to find what's happening around this world. Observing around us itself is a basic concept of science. We will be wondering with so many things. But making use of small observations by applying scientific methods, we can produce so many innovative things that will help mankind. Okay. So with this level, I stop this lecture. The next lecture we will continue in the next class. Thanks for watching. Nandri.